Yo, what is going on, guys? It is the DFS Shark. We got another day of some NBA hoops, only about a 6-game slate today. So not the smallest slate, not the biggest slate, but there is some good plays and some good value on the board that we're going to go over today. We're going to go over the top 2 plays that I'm going to be locking in, and then the other 3 plays that I'm going to be throwing that in a 5-man flex with. But as always, guys, if y'all watch these videos, y'all like these breakdowns, make sure you hit that like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can see these breakdowns as soon as they drop. I'm dropping Prizepicks videos like this every single morning. And if you want all my free plays even sooner before these videos drop, join the Discord. It is free to join. The link is in the description. That is where I can post things as soon as I have them so these lines don't get changed, bumped, or removed. The 10-0 streak ended yesterday, but we cashed on our lineup still. Let's jump into what happened. Let's do a quick recap of yesterday's lineup. So the top 2 plays. So first of all, the streak, we were at a 10-0 run. So I was looking to keep that alive. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. But we still cashed on our top 2 plays, Josh Hart and Pope here. And then we threw that in a 5-man slip. In the 5-man slip, we ended up, it shows win here, but it's not really a win when you hit 3 out of 5. We got basically 40% of our entry fee back. So this is how I run all my lineups, right? I run my 2-man slips. I usually put about 40% of my unit on this, and then I'll throw 60% on a 2-unit play. And yesterday it worked. We hit our top 2 plays. And then if you just hit 1 out of your last 2, you at least get some of your entry fee back. But if you hit 2 out of 3, 3 out of 3, you profit on the 5-man lineup as well. But it brought our streak to an end here. So we're now 13-2 over our last 15 plays. Still super solid, but we're looking to hit another 10x with 2 10x's we hit last week on back-to-back days. Looking to run it back here. So if you're new to Prizepicks, if you've never played before, drop in this promo code here. They're going to hook you up with the 100% match deposit bonus. And same on Chalkboard if you're looking for another site to get started. If you're looking to get all kinds of anchor discounted lines, Chalkboard's the spot for that. Drop in that code SHARK. They're going to match you up to a 100% deposit bonus. And then if you're in the Discord, slide on down here to free plays. And you will see this is where I post all of the free plays every single day. And I'm adding lines in there through the plays we're about to go over. I've already posted in here. So you can get these lines before these lines even get bumped, removed, or anything like that happens. If you want to take things a step further, go to Join Premium here. And this will take you to my plays page. Or you can just go to the dfsshark.com. This is where I have my website. This is where you can learn more about all the plays. You can see some reviews and some of the testimonials everybody's leaving in the premium. And we also got some baseball slips in there I'm starting to send out daily. This is one of the baseball lines we had on Underdog. We hit a 5x here yesterday. Jake Bowers didn't end up playing, so we had a chance for the 10x, but he didn't end up playing. So we hit 4 out of 4 there, and we cashed on Underdog. But let's get started. Let's dive into the plays. Let's see what the optimizers got for us today. Let's hit that refresh button here. So the optimizer does have a green play, a 55% on Luke Kennard, but it is a first quarter play over 2.5. So I don't really play first quarter plays too much, but if you're wanting a solid first quarter play, this is very solid. FanDuel is at a -146, DraftKings at a -135, and then another first quarter play on DeAndre Ayton over 5.5. This is a good line because most likely these Blazers are going to get blown out. The spread is like a -16 on that game, so they're going to be in the game the first quarter. Ayton's going to get his minutes, so this is a pretty good line as opposed to his full game slip. And one of the plays that I'm gonna go over in this video is actually a under on Ayton, so we'll get into that. And then Nick Claxton rebounds, assists over 11.5. That's gonna be the third play here. But if you're looking for a tool that can kind of help you pick out the best values every single day, get on Daily Grind. If you use that code SHARK, they're gonna hook you up for 25% off your first month. Let's dive into the plays for today that I'm gonna be on. So the first play we're gonna be rolling with is going to be an under. We're going to start off with the under here. We're going to go on Jaren Jackson under 31.5 PRA. Like I said, I play a healthy mix of overs and unders. I like hitting unders on games where I feel like it could be a blowout. This one, maybe not so much, but I just like him staying on the under here. So let's dive into the game and what we got going on. So if we go to the game here, we got the Grizzlies and the Pistons, +2.5, -2.5. Now, this is a game where neither of these teams is making the playoffs. I'm not sure what the coaching is going to do. I don't know. There could be some coaches that cut back on players' minutes because of the end of the year to try to keep their players healthy. I'm not sure, but even if Jaren Jackson ends up playing the full game here, I'm liking this play here against the Pistons. He's been shown he's been going under this line pretty consistently. So let's slide over to Jaren Jackson here. If we go to his last 5, he's been under this line about 60% of the time. If we go to his last 10, he's right at 50%, but you can see more recently he's been hitting the under. Last 20 at about 45%. And then head-to-head, so they played him back in December. The Grizzlies ended up winning by about 14 points. He only had 28. And then if you go back to last year, both games he went under at 25. I don't like taking into account too much last year, but it's good to take a look at it and see where he's at. For the year, he's gone under this line 58% of the time, 37 of 64, averaging about 29.89 on the PRA. Let's slide over here to Detroit's defense. So points allowed, they're about 26 in the league, so almost the back end, the last 5. Rebounds allowed, they're about 10th. 8 assists allowed, they're about 18th. So they're about middle of the pack there. As far as injuries, the Grizzlies are dealing with a lot of injuries. Santi, game time decision, Desmond Bane out. Obviously, Morant's out. Vince Williams. For the Pistons, we got Cade Cunningham, game time decision. Fontecchio out. Grimes out. Thompson out. Stewart out. So they're dealing with a lot of issues as well. So both teams dealing with injury issues. If we look at the odds here, we'll have to probably go to 32.5 to see the odds. But you can see these are all about minus 120 and up. So they're probably around like maybe minus 110 to minus 115 on this one. Not the highest juice play, to be honest. Let's see what RotoWire has us at. So if you add all these up, RotoWire has them coming in at about 29.8, which is about 2 points below this line. So I feel like we're getting pretty good value on Jaren Jackson on the under here. This is going to be the number 1 play that I'm locking in. For my next play, I'm going to be going Jaylen Suggs here. So this one has a little bit of risk with the blowout potential. So if you go to the game here, we got Orlando minus 16. So this is going to be a blowout, definitely, most likely. I'm hoping somehow the Blazers can stay in this game at least for a little bit so Suggs can get his points. But let's go over to Suggs here. So if we go over his last 5, he's hit this line at 60% of the time. Last 10, 70%. Last 20, 65. Head-to-head, they played him back in October here. He went for about 11. And then if you're going back to last season, 15 and then 2. I'm not sure what happened here. He only ended up playing 11 minutes here. If we go to the year, he hit this line at 46% of the time. But you can see he's been heating up more recently as compared to at the beginning of the season, where he was putting up a lot of reds here. So if we slide in over here, let's go to like his last 10. So I can show you how he's been shooting well. He's been averaging about 28 minutes a game. He's been shooting about 9.8 field goal attempts over his last 10 games and about 5.7, just about 6 3-pointers a game. And he's shooting at 46%, making about 2.6 of those a game. And he's averaging right around 2.5 free throws at 80%. So Jaylen Suggs is a shooter, man. He can shoot. Most of his shot attempts are going to be 3-pointers. So for us to hit this line, we're going to need him to get some early threes, get on the board early. First quarter, we need him to come out and get us at least probably like 6 to 8 points. That would be a solid start because this game could start getting ugly. Maybe by halftime, but by the fourth quarter, it could be really ugly. So we're going to need Jaylen Suggs to come out here, hit some shots for us, and get it going. So you can see Portland, they're about 19th in points allowed for the season. If we go to the lines here, DraftKings minus 125, Caesars minus 129, and BetMGM minus 130. So favorited to go over on this line here. Let's go to RotoWire. They have Jaylen Suggs at about 13.5 points. So they got him going over this line as well. These are the top 2 plays I'm locking in. And then for the next plays I'm going to be throwing with this, we're going to be going on Durant here. We're going to be going under the 2.5 3-pointers made. Now, for the year and recently, he has not been hitting this line as consistently. You can see over his last 3, he's hit this line. But if you're going back to like his last 10, last 15, last 20, he hasn't been consistently hitting this line as much, right? And so I'm liking the value we're getting at 2.5 3-pointers made against a tough New Orleans defense. They are without Ingram. but I still like Durant staying under on this 3-point line. That's what I'm gonna be rolling with. And then the next play I'm liking here is going back to the Portland game here. I'm liking DeAndre Ayton under 30.5 PRA. So you can see he's gone under 3 of his last 5 here. Like I said, I expect this to be blowout potential. With him, it's the opposite. You know, I'm hoping he gets pulled early. That's why I'm hoping Suggs hits that line early. You know, by the fourth quarter, he already has that line, and then Ayton, and then they all get removed in the fourth quarter. Ayton, while he's on the court, he's going to get his points, rebounds, assists. I'm just hoping it's kind of contained a little bit and not just going off as soon as he gets on the court, right? If we can kind of just contain it and spread it out going into the fourth, we have a good chance of hitting this line with that spread being so high. And with Ayton showing that he's been consistently going under this line either way, right? So solid play for me on Ayton. And then the last play we're going to be going is Trey Murphy over on the rebound. So we've been on him a couple of times on this line. It actually got bumped up to 6. So it's up to you if you want to put this one in. But he's been rebounding at a crazy rate lately. He's been hitting this line a lot. You can see here 9, 11, 6, 8, 8. So he's been grabbing some boards against Phoenix. That's a close spread game there. So, you know, I expect him to be on the court a good amount of the time and for us to be able to hit this line. Now, it's up to you if you want to put this in at a push. If you're throwing it in a 5-man slip, I would probably throw it in as a push. But if it's one of your top plays in a 2-man slip, I don't like having too many pushes in those because it could kill the line if one of your players pushes. But it's up to you, but that's going to be the last play of the day, Trey Murphy. Here's the slip if you want to take a look at it. You see I already got this one locked in. We got Jaren Jackson, less than 31.5 PRA. Jaylen Suggs, more than 12.5 points. KD, less than 2.5 3-pointers made. DeAndre Ayton, less than 30.5 PRA. And we got Trey Murphy, more than 5.5 rebounds. This is the line that I'm going to be rolling with tonight. And that's going to be it for the plays for this video, guys. We were looking to keep it rolling, man. Like I said before, yesterday's video, we were on a 10-0 run, hitting 2 10Xs 2 nights in a row. We pulled out a 3-2 yesterday, ended up hitting on our top play. So we're looking to just keep this ball rolling going into the month of April, right? We got about 2 weeks or so left in the NBA season. Then we got the playoffs. But baseball is in full effect. There is day games throughout the day, every single day. Tons of games, tons of action. So if you want to get in on the MLB, join the Discord. If you're not on these sites, make sure you drop these promo codes in on sign up and they're going to hook you up. But drop me some likes. Let's run those likes up. Yesterday was the first time I've ever hit over 100 likes in a video. So I appreciate y'all who've been rocking with me. It really helps me push the video out there when you're hitting those likes and dropping some comments. That's going to be it for this one, guys. I appreciate you. Y'all have a great rest of the day. Take care.